Hi, my name is Chris Persosky. I'm the superintendent of Southern Public Schools. I want to welcome everyone to the 2020-2021 school year. I'd like to personally thank all staff and parents for all the work they did during this past spring during the pandemic. Staff worked tirelessly, parents worked tirelessly to make sure students were educated remotely. It's hard work to be a teacher. It's even harder work for a parent to be a teacher in a home setting. So I really commend you for all that. I know there's a number of new challenges we're going to face this school year, but I'm very confident our staff's going to step up to the plate and definitely handle them as they proceed. Um, Biggest thing here, I want to create a short video of our reopening plan. It's titled COVID-19: The Path Ahead. So over the past 3 months, I've worked with KSB school law, public health officials, and superintendents across the state of Nebraska to craft this plan. As with every school across Nebraska and across the United States, the safety of our students and staff is going to be our number one priority. So, pending any directed health measure, our plan as of now is to start school regularly on August 19th. If not, we have a backup calendar that will start after Labor Day, and that'll be September 10th. I don't foresee us using that. But there probably could be a possible outbreak, so really plan on you to plan on either a short-term closure or even a long-term closure. I hope we don't have any closure, but just make sure things could change at a moment's notice. So, in terms of contingency plans, we have two backup plans. There would be an outbreak, and they would limit the amount of students in our building. We would move 9 through 12, all students remotely through Zoom, and they'd Zoom in during their class periods. And if there'd be even a larger outbreak, all students pre-K through 12th grade would be remotely, and we'd do an updated version of our continuity learning plan. So, to highlight a couple items, absenteeism before require a medical note if a student was sick. We're going to be more flexible on it this year. We want to make sure that, hey, if a kid is sick, they should stay home. So we're not going to require that. Just need to call in. Extracurricular activities, whether that's band, whether that is football, we're going to use both the directive health measure and also NSA guidelines on that. So based on what they give us, we're going to go off it from there. Face coverings, we're going to highly recommend that all students wear face coverings and staff members if it's feasible. In terms of our junior senior high school, all students 7 through 12 and staff are required to wear face coverings when entering and leaving the school building, during passing periods, and in classroom or areas or building where proper social distancing cannot occur. Elementary students may be required to wear them in areas where we cannot socially distance. Exceptions are always to be made for preschool through first graders. They will not be required to wear them. On bus routes or on activity trips, we may have to require them to wear them. We cannot socially distance. In terms of face covering, especially the junior senior high school start out being required, there will be exceptions. So if a student has a disability, if the student's IEP team or the Section 504 team makes a decision or determination that they cannot wear them. And lastly, if there's another legal valid reason that exists. We will provide free face coverings to everyone. And if there is a big increase and we're required to have everyone wear them, excluding preschool through first grade and anybody with a disability IEP or Section 504, we'll adopt it as a dress code, just a rule. So just no different than dress code. It'll be the same thing. And like I said, if a elementary kid throws a fit and won't wear it, it's going to be treated differently than if a junior or senior is. Facility use by individuals or outside organizations, really going to limit that. We're not going to allow community members to use our weight room. We will allow little kids practices to occur on a case-by-case basis. It'll all really depend on if there is an outbreak or an uptick in our area. Another thing we're using in our plans of COVID-19 risk dial, since Public Health Solutions is such a huge geographic region, it encompasses 5 counties, it's just going to be a data point. As they said, an analogy the public health official said, if there's a snowstorm in Crete, we're not going to close our doors here in Weimar and Blue Springs. We're going to look at it more from the Gage County area. If there's an uptick of cases in Gage County, and where those uptick of cases occur at, is that north in the Adams area, in the Beatrice area, or in the south in the Blue Springs or Weimar area. So it'll be a data point, but we're not going to definitely base everything off that. Field trips, we're not going to have any field trips this coming school year, just another safe precaution. If there's a positive COVID-19 case in district, due to confidentiality laws like HIPAA, parents may not be notified about the positive case. It's no different if Sally Joe was sick in first grade. I can't go out to the public and let that information out. If contact tracing is determined to be necessary by the public health officials, Then they would be the one to contact parents. Hey, this classroom, this building, they would let that information out. They have that ability. I do not as a superintendent. In terms of closing, one case or two cases may not dictate an automatic closing of a building or district. We're going to use multiple factors and, more importantly, go off what the public health experts have to say here. Science is definitely going to guide our decisions. We're going to lean on them for that. Students with underlying medical condition, if a student does have an underlying medical condition, please contact your building principal. We're going to set up an individualized learning plan for them. Our goal now would be to Zoom them in during their core classes, so please contact your building principal. Temperature checks have definitely become a norm across our state, and we will be requiring all students to pass a temperature check before they get on a bus or before they enter the facility. So that'll be 100.4 or higher if they, or in addition, if they show signs of illness. So if they do not pass one, we're gonna use common sense, especially if you're in the building. Wait a minute, wait 5 minutes, wait 10 minutes, and test them again. We understand they could be hot in a car ride. There's multiple factors there. If they continue to not pass the test, then they will have to stay at home for 48 hours. If you drop off in the morning, the parent, you leave, they don't pass, we will bus them home along those lines. But we're asking all parents, whether before a kid gets on a bus or you drop them off, to take their temperature. Transportation plan we have here, we're going to add a second city route. So we currently have 3 routes. We're going to go to 4 routes. If there is not enough social distancing on our bus routes, we may require students and staff members to wear face coverings. Like I said before, exceptions will be made for preschool through 1st grade, anybody with a disability, IEP 504, or other items along those same lines. Students are required to sit by their siblings, and we're going to run all buses at half capacity. That's definitely going to allow us to allow for more social distancing. We're highly recommending older siblings that do drive to school to take their brother or sister with them, just to allow us for more space on our buses. Visitors, in terms of parents, guardians, anything else that would want to come in our building, grandparents that will not be allowed to for the 2021 year, just as another safety precaution. So once school starts, that first day of the 19th, visitors will not be allowed in our buildings. If you need to drop something off, please just send it with your son or daughter. They can give it to a teacher and they will drop it off at the office. All former educational meetings, such as 504s, IEPs, parent-teacher conferences, do them over phone, over Zoom. So we're still definitely creating different options there as we move forward. Water bottles, we're asking all students to bring their own water bottles. We're going to mark off our drinking fountains. It won't be allowed, but our filling station will be allowed. A lot of these guidelines have come from the CDC and also our public health officials. Lastly, our COVID-19 Path Ahead reopening plan can be found on our district website. As you read through there, I imagine you're going to have questions, you're going to have concerns. Please feel free to contact me. I'm always here through email, through phone conversation about the plan, also your building principal. Or you're looking at the building procedures, that's going to be handled by the building principals. I just want to thank you for everything you've done this past spring, this summer. Like I said, I know these are definitely trying times, and certain times things change, rules and regulations. We definitely have our students and staff safety as our number one priority. Looking forward to the coming school year. As always, please feel free to contact me. And like I said, I'll see everyone here shortly. Thank you.